There is that side of Uganda where at the level of the private enterprise of the individual person, there is expansion of the economy and growing prosperity. Then there is this other side of Uganda, which is really depressing. The collapse of the ability of the state to perform basic functions like ensuring viable infrastructure in the capital city, like ensuring proper policing, traffic policing, garbage collection. You saw what happened with Kitez, and Kitez was just a tip of an iceberg. Protecting protected areas like swamps and areas around the lakes. The government of Uganda, in performance of those very routine functions, is characterized by extreme corruption, incompetence, foot dragging, apathy, indifference, laziness, everything you can put it there. It's so disturbing. So we live in those two worlds. In fact, for me, the greatest criticism of Museveni I can make as a president is when I was young and in secondary school, Museveni was saying we need to create a middle class of 50,000 Ugandans. 50,000. Maybe now you have rather a middle class of more than 500,000. Or maybe 1 million Ugandans may be in the middle class. But this guy has no clue on how do you manage an economy that has a large and sizable middle class. Really. And it is the most embarrassing thing about a person who is so intellectually grounded like Museveni. I visited Bugolobi the other day. It's as if you're in Mogadishu after 30 years of civil war. You cannot drive on any road. It is just potholes, potholes. This is in the richest neighborhood. You go to Kololo here. Here we're in Nakasero. Go to Nakasero here. And it is just a disaster. I wonder whether, sometimes I want to blame Museveni, but I ask, we have these MPs. You guys, my grandson Omar, you have 529 of you, 500,000 of you. Exactly what do you do? Then you have these ministers, permanent secretaries, and all this. How can the destiny of Uganda depend on one old man of 80 years who has no experience of how to manage a modern city? I returned yesterday morning from Accra. It makes you, Kampala is as if you have moved from the first world to the third world. Go to Kigali here. Kigali, Rwanda's GDP is 14 billion. Uganda's is 58 billion. Rwanda's population is 14 million, we are 47 million. And we have better skills, better everything. These people are running a serious country. Here we are running, even a village market cannot be run as incompetently as this incompetent sham we are watching. Anyway, I am a very, very bitter person when it comes to issues of infrastructure around Kampala. Talk of drainage, talk of protecting swamps and other protected areas, talk of potholes and gutters on the road, talk of garbage collection. I mean, even basic cleanliness. This country is on this show. It's infrastructure. So there is this contradiction we face. A country which has a rapidly growing middle class, people are buying expensive cars, building nice houses, having shopping malls and all these modern aspects of a modern life, living side by side with a state that is incapable of providing these basic services of infrastructure. If you have a middle class, you have more cars. If you have more cars, you need better roads. Anyway, let me say one or two things that I can say positively. Uganda is lucky that somehow it has good delivery of water and electricity. You'd be surprised, I think we are among the best in this area. National Water and Sewage Corporation has been winning this best water utility in Africa for the last 10 years. Every year they win. So at least you can go home and be assured that there is water. The other is
the quality of water?
I think they have very good water. Okay. The problem in Uganda of water is your tank. National Water has no capacity to control the hygiene of your tank. But your pipe, I can bet for you, if you get water directly from your pipe, you can even drink it. And it's healthy water. So I was just finishing that I don't like to sound like Uganda's opposition who have a particular view of Museveni that they don't look at the multitudinous complexity of Uganda. So I'm trying to show that even within particular services of the state, and I'm giving provision of water, electricity, Umeme, Umeme, and the Uganda Electric Transmission Company, and these other elements that generate electricity, we have although the grid is not widely spread, at least you don't have the kind of shutdowns or load shedding that used to exist. And you find them in South Africa and so many other countries in Africa today. In Uganda, they are beginning to suffer something like that. Another area may be how they have managed NSSF, the pension system. Rather, it's a provident fund. The provident fund works with a high level of competence. But this issue of roads in Kampala, even now roads up country, when you are going to Fort Portal, the road is dead. You are going to Arua, the road is dead. You are going to Mutukula, the road is dead and dying.